The Subaru Ascent is finally here, and the brand thinks it's cracked the code when it comes to three-row crossovers. This car is full of new technologies and features that are designed to make life easier for the family on the go. But nothing is more important than the fact that it comes with 19 cup holders. 19! Now that's a lot of cup holders, but the Ascent offers more than just a place to store your beverages. There's over 80 cubic feet of storage when you fold down those rear seats. But more than how spacious it is how smart they offer all of that space. There's a very wide trunk opening and even hidden compartments to store your stuff. It's like the Clue Mansion. It's full of secrets and surprises. The exterior of the car is really well designed. Just take a look at these roof racks that have these holes here to help you secure your load. And not only that, when you open these really wide angle doors, you'll notice that there's 2 steps. Now, not only does that help you get into the car easier, but it also helps you take a look at what's going on top of the car and help you take a look at your load on top of the roof. The interior is also spacious and handy as well. Now, the third row isn't the most accommodating for adults, but kids will have more than enough space to themselves. And there's also a secondary HVAC blower back here to keep things comfortable. You can also get a second row bench seat or 2 captain's chairs. The bucket seats are comfy and spacious, and kids will use these grab handles to steady themselves, like they're in the International Space Station. Subaru has also brought out the best version of its infotainment system yet. Starlink is not only fast and responsive, but it also comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay support. Not only that, but this infotainment system is very fully featured. It has a fantastic looking rear view camera. More than that, there's a display in the rear view mirrors in case anything is obstructing the rear window. And furthermore, something that I absolutely love is the front view camera, which is really important when you're navigating tricky trails. It's clear that the Ascent is made for family life, at least when it comes to the interior. But how is it in terms of its powertrain and its suspension? Well, I'd say it's pretty good as well. Under the hood is a brand new 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer engine that makes 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. That's just enough power and torque to keep up with some of the naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engines out there, but some of the turbocharged 6-cylinders will blow this thing away. On the other hand, this is just enough power. It feels plentiful when passing people on the highway. And paired to that engine is the brand's CVT and usual all-wheel drive system. That's what makes this car always stand out. You will always get it with all-wheel drive. And more than that, this car features X mode, which is designed to help you deal with inclement weather in tough road conditions. It helps provide that extra bit of confidence. Beyond that, there's no really additional sport or comfort modes. This car just has one drive setting, and if you want to drive something a bit more sportier, I'd say get another vehicle. At the very least, this car has some paddle shifters and will shift between 8 preset gear ratios with that CVT. Simply put, it's designed to be fuel efficient, and this car can get up to 23 miles per gallon combined, and a range of over 500 miles. That's pretty impressive, and it does that all without needing premium fuel. But this powertrain is actually rated to tow up to 5,000 pounds. Now, your fuel economy will definitely suffer as you reach that limitation, but it's interesting to know that this car has some towing capability as well as a tow stability control system. But let's get to the suspension. In the past, Subarus can feel a little hollow and a bit stiff. Now, they were always pretty agile, but they never really felt tough and solid. The Ascent really changes all of that, and it feels fantastic on the road. On the other hand, I'm not a huge fan of the steering. It's a little too artificial and lifeless. I would have loved it to have a little bit more feedback. Subaru has a pretty good track record when it comes to safety, and the Ascent is probably going to trend that way as well. This vehicle is loaded with every single safety feature that you can think of. It has adaptive cruise control, it has lane keep and lane departure warning, it has rear automatic braking, it has a great blind spot monitoring system, and it has those really handy cameras as well. Now, this is all provided by that EyeSight safety system. Now, the best part about the Subaru Ascent's version of EyeSight is that it doesn't push the rear view mirror all the way down into the center of the windscreen. This has excellent forward visibility, and the rest of the car has pretty strong visibility as well. But all of that would be nothing if this car was too expensive. It would just be a repeat of the Tribeca, which was extremely expensive and for almost no reason. Now this car will set you back at least $33,000. But a fully loaded version of it will set you back about $47,000. And I think that's a pretty good deal, especially when you consider just how premium and well equipped this car is. You might remember the old Subaru Tribeca, which was ugly, expensive, and pretty limiting in terms of interior space. Well, Subaru hasn't forgotten about that vehicle, because the Ascent is everything the Tribeca wasn't. You see, this is affordable, spacious, and it's full of smart interior design choices that make this car fantastic for the family on the go.